Welcome to the big picture.
And this is our episode 21.
Episode 21 and the first ever live podcast.
Yes, and we're going to make use of the high internet speed in this co-working space.
Yeah, so we're also in a new venue, and so far, I'm loving the lights, I'm loving the place, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so before that, we'd like to record a special episode for you guys because incidentally, it was not planned. One weekend, Dave went to Hong Kong.
Yes.
And he went to an event called
Rise 2018.
2018.
Yep.
And I've heard about Rise. I didn't really have the plan to go. So I'm very interested what's going on there. What are the things that they discuss? Is it worth going and all that kind of stuff? And then the week after,
yes,
they didn't know this. I've already planned to attend the National Achievers Congress 2018 because it's live with my
ultimate idol.
Gary
Lodi.
Vaynerchuk, my Lodi. So
all right, so as you can see, great mind thinks alike.
right, accidentally, and so I'm so excited when I saw Dave's video on Rise That page. But I'm pretty sure you guys want to know more. Just like me. So Dave,
yeah, we'll just
just flow, right?
flow, right? Okay.
Why did you go? What made you decided to go?
Actually, I was sold out with a Facebook ad.
Okay.
So it's interesting, right? We're always checking our phone and we see these ads.
Right.
Man, they're effective.
You were targeted.
I was targeted. So they're very effective. And I check it out and I was on the early bird. So why not? So I had.
How much did you pay for it?
It was 18,000 pesos.
Wow.
For that. So, and because I knew a couple of people who attended that before. And I saw Gary V was the speaker last year.
I think one of our friends, Paula went there, and Gary V was the speaker. I was thinking of going, but I don't know. The motivation is not that that strong for me.
So for me, I just decided to check it out, and because every time I attend those conferences, those seminars, there's something that always happens at the back of my mind.
Right.
It's like an awakening, so it kind of refreshes me of where I want to go with my life.
Okay, so back. Let's step back a little. You said every time you attend these events, it kind of a switch would turn on, right? How do you do this regularly? Is this something that you set aside money for?
Yeah, so since if you want to check out one of our episodes, actually we have those budgets, right? So I specifically set aside for self-education.
All right, cool.
All right, so yeah.
So this is so you do this once a couple, depends on.
Right now, since I have I could save a lot more these days, so I'm excited to even think about joining other big events specific ones like you've mentioned. Gary V has a next level of seminar. Maybe I'll check it out and maybe I'll join it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so how was it? How long is this seminar?
So Rise Conference. It's it's a 3-day conference. It's a combination of there's actually 3 stages in a day. So. You just choose which area you want to focus. It's mainly a focus on tech. So there are the future of tech, money and tech like Bitcoin, all those cryptocurrencies, and also people who are earning in the online world like influencers, like
digital marketing.
Yeah. So it's really a vast one. So you have to download the app to actually just figure out. And I was running across the stage.
Is it you go there and you select what topic, whose speaker you want to attend?
Yeah, there's a list of all the speakers, and some of them go simultaneously. So you have to pick which one you want.
Do you know how many attended for 2018?
Well, I don't have the number, but I bet it's over. I think it's more than 5,000, I guess, or even 10, I guess. Yeah.
So, which particular topic did you attended, and if you can zoom into a couple of speakers?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Would like to share. Yeah.
So I was excited to meet the founder of Tinder. Now that I use Tinder.
Wow. What's his name?
Sean Rod, I guess. I'm sorry if I haven't memorized their name. So
Did he contributed to your relationship? No, just kidding.
we also have Grab,
Yeah.
Grab, and also we have Meta World Peace was there, the CEO of Microsoft, and some influencers like in local Chinese Miss Ye, and also Jenna Marbles, also a YouTube influencer. So they were all there, and the founder of 9gag. I know a lot of you guys love 9gag.
Yeah,
So
okay.
there, Chan was there, Mr. Chan. So and a lot more. So if I were like to focus on, I was just there being open as a sponge, like
Right.
learning whatever it, and because I do believe that success leaves clues.
That's
Do you
true.
agree, right?
Agree.
So, and even if you just be within their presence, and there's those glitters that will just ignite your imagination, and lo and behold, I had a few more ideas coming out of that, and I could apply in my life,
Right.
and in my possibly future, and even here in our podcast and in our ventures in the future of the big picture.
All right. So can you zoom in among the things that you've learned from these guys? Can you zoom in on the top three that you think made a really good impact to you, that turned on the switch for you?
Yes, so let's start with Grab because it's one of the biggest. So the CEO from Singapore, I believe, she's a very tiny woman.
yeah.
You wouldn't imagine that woman would be such a tycoon. Anyway, so there's what they call the unicorn
Yeah.
in the business. So they've reached the billion company. So basically, Grab is like the Uber in Asia, right?
Right.
So we always thought about that. That's it's Grab is a copycat. But right now, actually, they don't want to. If you've noticed the app, they're not just Grab car anymore.
You have delivery.
They delve into delivery as well, but they just label themselves as Grab.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So what I learned from that CEO is that she has a huge vision of the future, and it's very targeted with Southeast Asia or the Asian countries. And that's when I was listening to her, I could wow. I think she even has a bigger vision than Uber.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, because I don't know about Uber right now, but I think they're very I've heard that they're struggling. But the thing is, with Grab, they focus on the holistic need of a person. So I think having that really big vision, I even think she's a bit crazy because she mentioned in her talk that if what technology would she want to have if anything would allow, that would be teleportation.
Yeah.
So these people are really they have these crazy ideas and they want to make it happen. And so Grab, she wants to take over everything, from your food, groceries, banking. So she want
You
to have
want to
that.
be you have a holistic plan in terms of how to
Yeah,
integrate themselves to the day to day.
Today and
Right.
to Asia. So basically, if you wanna go to your day through your day, a ride from home, even the bike is included. So you just book one time and everything will pass by. Like if you ride a bike, if you're in Japan or other countries where there are a lot of they ride scooters or bike.
Right.
So everything is booked. So once you take or grab a bike here, you drop to that certain restaurant where you could eat, then everything is already paid,
Right.
just one booking. So it's crazy. Yeah. So and after I got home, you got the delivery, the groceries. So
So idea number 2, what's that?
all right. So let's focus on I think the Sean from Tinder. So I was really excited about how this guy.
Tell us about it.
I thought that this guy would be some geek who wants to was a maniac or something who wants to meet hot girls, but actually it turns out that this guy is very very formal, and it's shocking because he turns out to be a guy who understands psychology. So I think, and that's what I realized about his talk, and that's what he implied, that all businesses actually, it's just basically having a very good understanding of human psychology.
Right.
And Tinder perhaps and his new ventures now actually are somehow circling to that because amazingly, those that sell with us, like Facebook, we're so addicted with Facebook. We're so targeted, like me, buying tickets from online. So it's because these companies are tech companies are very like get into our brains,
Right.
and we don't know it. We're just everything is already quantified, so you don't know it, and you just you laugh, you look at 9gag the whole day, you browse through Instagram, and for Tinder specifically, there's the swipe left and right. So what separated them from all of those dating apps before actually was that they removed that, like to see, he thought what could make this dating experience a lot more, a lot, to remove that inhibition of really talking, because when you meet online and you meet in person, you're actually different people. So what Tinder did was that they removed that, like the approval part, which is a psychology actually with relationships, that if you both of you approve, then that means you already are connected, and you remove
So
that barrier.
did they do that already, or is it like a plan yet?
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean, because I think if I remember correctly, if you both of you swipe,
right.
Right?
Yeah.
you will have
Yeah, you don't know if you're if you swipe right, you don't know if
Right.
you'll only match if both
Yes,
of you
yes,
swipe
that's
right.
correct.
So
Did they remove that?
that's still
That's
that's
still the
still
case.
it.
Okay.
So that was the key to actually
Okay,
do it.
gotcha. So basically, what they said, like Tinder removes
Like,
the portion, the barrier,
yes,
right? The initial barrier, the fear of being rejected,
just like that. So
All right, gotcha.
all right. So, and I think the third one is the AI conversations and
Oh, yeah, okay.
and machine learning. I met Sophia there. It's a robot AI.
Is that the guy that spoke in the Middle East? Is that the robot, the bald robot? The
Yeah,
guy?
yeah. It's I'm not sure if that's the same robot.
The same robot that Will Smith interviewed. Something.
Maybe, yeah.
I
So
think
yeah, so it's
she was
pretty
there.
scary.
there.
So yeah, so in that, so they say that AI will replace most of
Right.
our jobs, and so I would say that indeed, listening to those to those people, machine learning and all of those stuff, I think we human beings or we in this we entrepreneurs or aspiring online, whatever you want to become, I suggest that we either apply those, adapt to those, because the future is basically coming to AI
It's
and
here.
machine learning. Yeah, it's here, and I'm a bit scared about that, but it's good to know that you are aware of those, and I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but it's pretty exciting at the same time, scary, and that's a good. I think that's a good thing still. So yeah, so don't be scared if you're gonna be replaced, but I believe we adapt, we adapt, and
You're gonna
yeah,
be an
be
android.
aware of where the future will go to.
Okay. Couple of questions, which is very related. One is, did you enjoy it? And two, are you coming back?
Okay, so I have to be honest. I'm not the techie. Like I don't develop apps. I don't. I'm not even into AI. Or I love the concept about it. But the thing is, what I was focusing on the topics that I really like.
Right.
And I would say it was worth it because I've learned a lot. Although another person who was into this, the app developing the cryptocurrency would really have a great time there. Me, I was like, let's say 30%. I didn't have any idea what they're talking about.
Okay.
I think that wraps up my part.
The rice
of the,
part.
The rice part.
Now let's
So,
go to the corn.
let's go local.
Just
in
go
Manila.
local.
All right. So you attended the NAC, right?
Yeah, National Achievers Congress.
I'm wondering who started or who organized it. Yeah.
I think it is a company called no. I think it. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't do so much research on who organized it. The only reason I attended was just like you. I was targeted. I was targeted. I was browsing through
Machine
my
learning.
Instagram, and I saw Gary Vee's face
Yeah.
from a a local training organizer, Lauros,
Yeah.
Laurus, and their website is lauros.ph. The reason why I thought it was a good deal because they used to have a buy one take one deal that would like bring down your fee to like 1,700 or something. So I thought that was a good deal. I didn't take that bait. I took the other one later because I was not really fully decided. And so to answer your question about NAC, I think it's there's a higher organization that does it, but then Lauros is like the conduit in which they would bring the NAC here in the Philippines. I think they've been running that. Previous guests that I know of was Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They brought
Yes,
him here.
Robert
Yeah,
Kiyosaki
I
here.
remember
If
that.
you
Yeah.
remember that.
Karen
Yeah.
Davila
It was the
actually,
same company that brought them here.
Awesome.
And now it's Gary Vaynerchuk.
Right, so I think Philippines is getting to that level, right?
Yeah.
Because I never thought like those kind of personalities would go here. I'm excited if Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins, yeah. I was
Yeah.
thinking about that also. I think I don't know if you know T. Harv Eker.
Yeah, of course.
I think I don't know if he's gone here already or not, but I know like Les Brown.
Yeah, that's right.
They've brought Les Brown also.
So that's good. That's actually good. For us who reads those books, well, a lot of our possibly our if you're listening to us, we always talk about books. So a lot of our listeners might be into these books. And you, as a reader of Gary V. So this is the first time you've met Gary V, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen him in person. We didn't really met. We're 1,000 feet away
That's
from
okay,
each other.
but you physically
I
saw him.
basically saw him, but I just don't read his books. I listen to his podcast.
Oh, okay.
I watch his video in YouTube. And then I read the books. And then I listen to him. Like basically, I consume this guy's content.
All right.
So much.
Okay, so you haven't read the book, but you've listened.
No, I've read the book.
You've read the book.
I've read the book. I listened to the podcast. I basically everything that he has to offer, I probably consume.
Right. So
majority of it.
Okay, we're gonna, there are a lot of speakers on that seminar, but we're gonna like focus on Gary V for now.
Sure.
So, what made you like this guy? Like,
Okay.
Even before you were sold out already.
Right. So in the very beginning, I have to be honest, I didn't really like the way he talks. It's so New Yorky. It's so like for being a Filipino, being Asian, we tend to back off from this kind of aura where like dude type of New Yorkie type. Like they're so too cool for us. So for me, it's like he's so much air. Initially, but then I started listening to his content, and it actually make a lot of sense. It's very practical. He talks about, putting your your content out there. He talks a lot about building your content consistently. He talks about hard work, gratitude. I really love this stuff. And then, he has really practical social media advice, which I really take. And that's the very reason like I do vlogs. And like one of the reason why I ask you, Dave, like if you can do a podcast.
Yeah. Also, so that was one of.
Yeah.
All right, so I would like to say that, like these people, like in today's world, the technology actually make us reach those people without physically being with them. So it's amazing how our minds shift or change to the better, of course, when you listen to these podcasts. And I'm curious, now that you've heard him, watch his videos, now you've seen him live. Is he the same person or is he a faker or what?
Very, very consistent. It's very consistent. And I don't know. He always say he has a business Gary V face and he has a family face, and nobody has seen
the family
side of him. And he said, and it's his strategy, right? And we who watch his content closely, we kind of accepted that. Like this is his strategy. This is the business Gary V that we're always looking at.
Yeah.
Right. But he's very consistent with his message.
I think the right word is authentic there. So
very authentic also. Yeah.
All right. So really quick, let's take your learnings. Maybe not just from Gary V. Maybe can you share to us like your life changing, if there is any life changing learnings, top 3 like me. So can you share it to everyone?
Like you, Dave, one of the reasons why I like to attend this gatherings, seminars, convention is because just like you know, some part of my brain, you know, get switched on, right? And it would open me, and it's always my experience that every time I get a new idea, either from a book, from a conversation, from a lecture, a sermon, my life will change. And so intentionally attend these things. And so to answer your question with you know my learning, there's a lot of speakers there. The first speaker is Ping Jun.
Yeah,
Um,
like that guy.
You know him,
follow
right?
him.
You follow him also, right? And he shared about digital marketing. We actually bought
Like his course.
the course,
Yeah.
so my wife will attend that one. And then the second guy, he has a very interesting. It is the idea is simple. I know it, but he has a checklist of testing your business. Basically, he divided your business, marketing, HR, operations, etc., etc. And then basically he said, which among these, how much involved are you in these different areas? And if you're so much involved, then you're not really running a business. You're self-employed.
Yeah.
And he said that being employed is better than being self-employed.
Wow. Yeah, because you like the boss is.
Yeah,
There's no boss.
But the idea, because the idea is this: if you're employed, at least you have a salary and you have a definite task.
Yeah.
If you're a self-employed person, sometimes you forget to give yourself a salary, and you have every single person's task.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? And
I
so-
couldn't agree more.
Right. And to me, Dave, who's running who started my own business,
management, yeah.
I can really say that, like, oh my goodness, like I have a handle on marketing, operations, accounting, every single thing. The only thing I don't do now is cleaning, right? So, so now I'm thinking about, like, how can I, you know, basically systematize this and break this down. The next speaker talk about creating your own personal economy. That you cannot rely on your government, you cannot rely on the company for your family's future, for yourself future. You have to create your own economy, because if you leave yourself in the hands of other people, what if they will let go of you, and you will end up with nothing?
Yeah.
And so, like, and I love this idea, Dave, because personally I have a first-hand experience about this, and so I'm so passionate about, you know, helping myself and others create their own economy. That's the same message that I always cling to. And he expounded on that. His solution is trading, and so that's very interesting. And Gary Vaynerchuk talk about being authentic. Being
Yeah,
authentic. One guy asked him, the guy started with, I am an influencer and you can follow me in this, that. And it's kind of funny because everybody had this reaction like, oh, he's taking advantage of this. And because, you know, if you don't know, like, there was a kid who asked Gary Vaynerchuk a question, and he said, like, you know, Gary, I have 100 followers now. I just want to get to 300. And in Gary Vaynerchuk, this is not the same. This is a different venue. And Gary Vaynerchuk said, let me take care of that. And then there was this, his YouTube handle was displayed. When I check his YouTube handle, I think now he has like 20,000 or something. So he only asked for 300, and now he has like 20,000 followers because of that one question. But so this guy is probably doing the same thing. But he said, I'm an influencer, and what can you say about me, like, showing that I have a very nice house, a very nice condo, and a very slick car, like a Lambo, to show them that, you know, I've reached a life that they can buy my course, right?
Yeah, so like Ty Lopez, not to name one.
Right. So, and Gary said that I didn't really like the way you're going with this, but if you want to do it, you can do it. I cannot be a judge, but note this: if you're doing that, you're basically selling people who are weak-minded
Yeah.
in thinking that you're already there. So basically, you're tricking. You're living a life. You're trying to trick these people who cannot perceive that what you're really doing is just milking them out. So, you know, and I like that is because it talks about authenticity. It talks about, it's the same thing I always tell my friends, that what you see in my Instagram page is me. and I don't really do anything special there. I just post my life, and so I think that's what the world needs. I think in the age and year where people can fake their life, the way their life would look like through their Instagram page, through their Facebook page. I mean, what we need is authenticity and inspiration. So I really like it.
All right. I think that wraps up everything of the talk.
I love talking.
And how much did you pay for that?
It's very cheap. It's 2,500. So that's 5,000 for both of us.
All right.
Joyce and I. And then we paid 60,000 worth of course.
Oh, really? No. Anyway, so you guys watch out for those. We will share all of our learnings from
Yes.
books, whatever we experience, and we want to help our audiences, the big picture community, and of course, you just save yourself 2,500 because Joe just shared.
And you save also how much? 18,000.
Maybe a quarter of that
Quarter.
amount for
9,000.
all those tips. So I think this is a wrap, Joseph.
All right, that's a wrap, Dave. Thank you so much. And guys, I'm so excited for the episodes to come.
Yeah, we will be interviewing two guys
interview two guys.
right after this.
Right after.
So
Bye-bye.
we will post it. Bye bye.